If you've done the headshot quest, you should have done this already. But I want everyone to just verify that this is so, because when you double click on a JPEG and it opens up in preview, I'm going to be really disappointed. Just a heads up about that. So go ahead and click. If you don't have a Finder window open, and you're in a browser, I'm going to hold down the Command key and tap Tab. And then I'm going to find the Finder, the little smiley face, and open up there. Now it looks like I'm still in the browser, but notice that I'm in the Finder right here. If I want a new Finder window, if you want a new anything, it's Command N. File, New Finder Window. Look, Command N. I'm just going to hit Command N in the Finder to open this up. If you're not in column view, what are you doing? In the last video, I told you to get in column view. I don't want you in icon view. I don't want you in list view. I want you in column view. Do you really want me to go into all the reasons why I want you in column view, or you just want to trust me at this point? Okay? Then go into your Documents folder. Yes, your sidebar looks different than mine. We're going to talk about this, and I'll get you guys up to speed. But your Documents folder is in the sidebar. It may not be the first thing, but it is in this list right here. Then click once on the City Composite folder that you made in the last video. And if you didn't make this in the last video, go back and do this right, will you? Okay, then click on one of these, and you can hit Command I. You can right click on this and say Get Info. It's somewhere in here. I don't know where it is. I always just hit Command I. And up pops this Get Info window. And in here, under Open With, right here, if I toggle this shut, if I toggle it back open, this will say Preview if you haven't already changed this. Click on this, and if it said Preview like this, then you click on it and change it to Photoshop, okay? And I want to go to, you don't have Photoshop 2018. Photoshop 2019, that's what you've got on this computer. And then click and say Change All. So now every time you open up a JPEG, it will open up in Photoshop. And that is exactly what we want. So we can now highlight all three of these. See, I click and drag, just clicked and dragged up in order to select all three. If that doesn't work for you, click on the top one, hold down Shift, and click on the bottom one. You have all three selected. Double click. These will all open up in Photoshop in 3 different tabs. Why do we only have 2 tabs here? Okay, we got Moon and City. But for some reason, I'm going to switch over, just Command Tab, and I'm going to switch over to the Finder. And I don't have the clock. So what happened? Clock did not download correctly. So it downloads an HTML file. Did yours do that? Did all of yours download as HTML? Here's how you fix it. I'm going to come back to Safari, and right here we're on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and close that, but we can scroll down, right click on clock, open link in new window. Actually, we don't have to do that. I set it to open up in a new window. And here's another way to do it. I'm going to open this up and then click and start dragging. Then I'm going to Command Tab over to the Finder, and I'm just going to drop this right here into this folder and then hit Return, and notice that everything, the name to the left of the extension is highlighted, and I can name this Clock. Boom. That was easy, wasn't it? So now we got JPEG, which is really weird, and you can double click on this and it opens up inside of Photoshop. So now we got Clock, Moon, and City. Now well, we'll leave them just like that. It doesn't matter what the order is, but you can redrag them. You can reorder them just like this, moving this around. And if you accidentally do this, oh no, I broke it. Just drag it back up, drag it right back up into this bar. And if your Photoshop looks different than mine, we'll come back in the next one and we'll talk about how to make these look somewhat similar. Okay, so there's a little troubleshooting for you. And don't worry about that .jpeg for the clock, but That's how this works. You got it? There's always different ways to do things. And I want to help you learn how to be efficient on the computer, right?